Hello, and welcome to Behind the Stripes, the show where we get to know our fellow Tigers a little better. This week, we're talking to some of our graduating BFA students. Currently, I'm here now with KJ. So, KJ, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So, the first sort of obvious questions seem to be, what is your area of practice and what brought you here to East Central?
So I'm a BFA in studio art, so that's like printmaking, sculpture primarily, and I came here because they had good facilities for like the area.
Yeah, for sure. So, while you're about to graduate, can you tell us a little about your experience as a BFA student? Were you always locked into exactly what you wanted to do, or did you have to experiment and find your way a little?
Well, I always knew I wanted to be an artist, but I would definitely say that my style has developed over the past few years. Like it's very different than it used to be, for the better. Like,
So, are there any artists that you would hold up as a role model, or art kin in terms of practice methods?
for Artkin, I would say Shepard Fairey. He's a like propaganda artist. Like he does a lot of activism. He did like the Obama poster that says hope across it.
Oh, yeah,
And he does lots of other propaganda pieces.
that is really cool. So, with your BFA exposition and process, could you tell us a little bit about what you've tried to put together for your final major project as a student?
So I've tried to create an interactive space where you can like get stickers and you can like go and look at all this really like overstimulating and visually engaging work. There's even a store where you can like buy products.
Oh, wow, that would
Yeah.
be cool. Okay, so on the subject of your exhibition, can you walk us through the process of putting it together? What all goes into creating a gallery installation like this?
So a lot of planning. I have been like planning this BFA exhibition for like 2 years, and stuff is like been in, been out, like, but mostly it's just like dedicating time to it and like finding the time to work on it while you're working on your other classes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I bet it feels very rewarding, too.
It does, definitely.
So, knowing everything you know now, having gone through this experience, is there anything that you would approach differently, either as a part of your exhibition or just to work as whole?
Not really, but I think I would want to do more exhibitions like this in the future.
Yeah, for sure. So, what is the most exciting thing that you have done that you're going to continue working on in your practice?
Probably building a like iron furnace and running it with a team. That was pretty cool. I would definitely want to do that again.
Yeah, that does sound really nice. So, being 1 week from graduation, what's next for you?
I'm gonna go on a cross-country road trip and do art, and then apply for graduate schools.
How exciting.
Yeah.
So, in our last question, is there anything that you wish we would have talked about or that you would like to add?
Well, if you want to follow me at @DeathSpeakerPress_road trip, you can like follow along while I'm doing my art road trip. So that's
Awesome.
about it.
Well, it is time for us to take a quick break, but we will be back in a few minutes to take a peek behind the stripes of another tiger.
A lot of people are looking for something different.
Flow Alternative is an event that we have usually once a month, Thursday nights. It's just an alternative to going out to the clubs, kind of giving a safe space for students to come. There's not going to be any alcohol, making sure that it is a good place, healthy environment for students to hang out. We always have someone share their testimony or their story of their spiritual journey, or we'll have someone share just a quick thought from Scripture. So those are a couple of things that make it different than the clubs.
Instead of going out and partying, we come hang out here in a friendly, fun environment. So that's just trying to help kids not make a mistake they'll regret for the rest of their lives. I think it's just a very fun atmosphere, very friendly, very inviting. People always have a good time here. There's food, so that always helps. Free food, free drinks, it always helps. But it's just a fun environment for everyone. Just come try it out. It's 3 hours long, but you don't have to be here. If you don't like it in the first 5 minutes, then you can leave. You're not expected to stay here all night. So just come try it out.
You're probably wondering where I'm at right now. Well, I'll tell you. I'm at the Baptist Student Union. Hello, my name's Deacon Singleton, and I'm on leadership team here. And my role is International Students Outreach. What are we about here at the Baptist Student Union? Well, we're a student-led organization here to spread the love and truth of Jesus Christ. Anytime you walk in these doors, you'll feel welcome. And where are these times, you may wonder? Well, on Monday nights at 8 o'clock, we have men's and women's Bible study. And right before that, at 7:30, we have prayer. That's welcome to all people. The next, we have on Wednesday at noon, we have Noonday, which is free food every week that you're welcome to come eat. And then on Thursdays, we have Encounter Worship, which is fellowship, worship, and you get to hear the Word of God. And how do you join in on these events? Well, you just walk on through these doors, and there you go. Where are we located, you may ask? Well, we're right across from the UC and right across from Horace Mann as well. And you're welcome here anytime. We have people hanging out here all the time, playing card games, doing homework, eating lunch, whatever it may be, playing games. You are always welcome.
The ADMC social media pages are run by a group of students. It started actually as a class, like a working lab class, but then as a group they would do the videos, post the content, and really it was just kind of self-led with the students.
The faculty enjoyed the social media videos that we made, so then it kind of evolved into an internship, and now we're here still making videos.
For the next semester, we offered it as a small group internship. And so they meet together once a week and they do their planning and they create their content, and then they divvy up who's doing what, who's posting. And they're also learning things like what gets good engagement, what doesn't get good engagement, what are the best time to post, what type of audience follows our accounts. You know, they learned that, you know, there's alumni, there's current students, there's future students, and so what kind of content do you need to create to reach all those different audiences? Since social media is a part of our field, it makes sense that the students get to do it and learn it firsthand.
Hello and welcome back to Behind the Stripes, the show where we get to know our fellow Tigers a little better. This week we're talking to some of our graduating BFA students. Currently, I'm here with Mackenzie. So Mackenzie, are you ready?
Yes.
Yay! Okay. So the first sort of obvious question seems to be, what's your actual area of practice and what brought you here to ECU?
So I'm a graphic design major, and I came to ECU because it was like a good distance away from home, but still I could go home every weekend. And they had a good graphic design program from what I heard, so that's why I chose to go to ECU.
All right. So while you're about to graduate, can you tell us a little bit about your experience as a BFA student? Were you always locked into exactly what you wanted to do, or did you have to experience and find out a little bit?
I came as a graphic design major, so I always knew that I wanted to be somewhat graphic design adjacent, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do after graduation. But I think after this show, I've cemented in what I want to do for my future.
Yay! That's so exciting! Oh my gosh! So, are there any artists that you would hold up as a role model or art kin to terms of practice and methods?
I really like Wendy Red Star. She does contemporary indigenous artworks, like recontextualizing histories. So I really like her work, and I find myself aligned with her.
Oh, okay. That seems really cool. Like, really, really cool. So with your BFA okay. I'm mixing up the word right now. with your BFA
Exhibition?
Yes, in progress. Thank you so much. Could you tell us a little bit about what you've tried to put together for your final major project as a student?
Yeah. I made a series of work about Choctaw culture and cultural practices just to display the history, the contemporary ways, and just like a display of Choctaw culture because I am a Choctaw tribal member. So I felt it was important to showcase that, and I'm wanting to hopefully go work with Choctaw Nation. So it's like that kind of aligns with what I'm wanting to do.
Yeah, that's so exciting. On the subject of that, can you walk us through the process of putting it together? Like, what all goes into creating a gallery installation like that?
Yeah, I did like a good mix of like 2D work from like digital and then like 3D work. So I did beadwork, baskets, and then brochures and posters. And so I started with my beadwork and then kind of built everything off of that to align with that. So for like an example, I made a beading brochure to go with my beadwork to show the physical object and the examples. So I have brochures, posters, and the baskets and beadwork. So I wanted to make a whole arrangement where everything fit in together.
Yeah, it's kind of like physical things. That's so cool. That's really cool because it's like interaction, you know? All right. So knowing everything you know now, having gone through this experience, is there anything you would approach differently, either as a part of your installation or just your work as a whole?
I think I would definitely document it more. I feel like I went back, I thought I had taken a bunch of pictures of my progress, but then when I went back, I was like, I only have 2 pictures of each. So I wish I had more photographs of like the work in progress so I could show like each step of what I was making. That's what I was really missing when I went back to put together everything.
Yeah, that's understandable. What's the most exciting thing you've done that you're going to continue working into your practice?
I made my beaded set I had a lot of fun doing that, so I'm going to expand my beadwork, and then also my brochures. I like added photography, layout design, and like illustrations I made, so I felt like that was like a good mixture of like all of my what's the word? My talents, I guess.
Yeah.
A good little overview of that. So I feel like I'm going to play with that some more, like layouts, maybe like some book design or something like that.
That's really cool. That's really, really cool. That's really exciting. I'm excited for you. So being 1 week out from graduation, what's next?
I have an internship this summer. I'm going to intern at the Choctaw Nation Cultural Center in Durant, and hopefully I can get hired on there. I did some design work for them last summer, so I'm hoping I can get like an actual job with them after that.
That's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. I really hope you get it. So this will be our last question. Is there anything you wish we had talked about or that you would like to add?
I guess just about the art talk. I know that's like the scary big part everyone's scared of. It's really not that bad once you get to it, but like the lead up is the worst part. But once you get in the room, it's actually perfectly fine. It's not that bad. So I feel like that's about it though.
All right. So it's time for us to take a quick break, but we'll be back in a few minutes to take a peek behind the stripes of another tiger.
Tiger Tangles is our campus's version of America's Got Talent. It's just an opportunity for our students to come together and deliver their talent in whatever that might be. Some of the acts will be performing, some dancing, some singing, bands, individual acts, and it's just a great experience for our students in the spring semester. It's really special because it brings the whole campus community together. It's like anything that you've maybe seen on TV if you've watched America's Got Talent or some of these types of shows that are on television today. They are vetted, they have to go through a tryout and a rehearsal to be selected, so we've kind of brought the top 22 acts to campus. But it's just a lot of fun. It brings the campus together, and it's just a great event for all of ECU and Ada. A lot of our alums and former students want to come back to see it because it brings back some of the best memories they had while they were a student at East Central University.
Tiger Tangles, that's right, absolutely. We're excited. This is our third show in the reboot of ECU's incredible showcase talent. So we have $5,000 in cash prizes that will be given away to students. And that is divided among 4 different categories: Greek, Student Org, which is independent organizations, and then ECU Club and Org, and then solo, of course. And so most of them are solo acts because that's what most audition. However, in each of those, first, second, third, all walk away with some money. And then there is a Crowd Choice Award, which is what you're referring to, and everybody gets to vote. Whoever wins that gets an additional $500. Our website is ecok.edu, and then click to look at the calendar, and you'll see it, Tiger Tangles, There's No Place Like Home. Click on that, and there will be a link to get your ticket.
I'm Addie Gwynn. I'm the president and the founder of the Writer's Block. The club is going to be 2 years, or not 2 years, 1 year since when the semester ends. I wanted to have a place where people could come and read their writing and hold themselves accountable for any projects they're working on, and just have a general sounding block of people who also know something about writing, who also care about writing, so that we can all kind of like come together and have a little like sense of community for this particular hobby.
My name is Caden Bowles, and I am the acting vice president for the Writer's Block Writing Club. I think it really gives a sense of community and a nice ability to come together with people that share your love of creativity and writing, and it allows you to bounce back and get feedback from people that I think is so valuable in writing that you just don't get anywhere else.
I am really hoping that people can meet other people who they feel comfortable asking for help. I am hoping they can, have an easier time reaching their goals, and I'm really hoping that they're able to feel heard and cared about with their work that they're doing. You just walk in the door. It is 339 Horseman. We meet every single Tuesday, 3:30. There's usually someone here. Most of the time I'm here. My acting vice president, Caden, is here. And literally just walk in. There's no requirement aside from that.
The ADMC social media pages are run by a group of students. It started actually as a class, like a working lab class, but then as a group they would do the videos, post the content, and really it was just kind of self-led with the students.
The faculty enjoyed the social media videos that we made, so then it kind of evolved into an internship, and now we're here still making videos.
For the next semester, we offered it as a small group internship, and so they meet together once a week and they do their planning and they create their content, and then they divvy up who's doing what, who's posting. And they're also learning things like what gets good engagement, what doesn't get good engagement, what are the best time to post, what type of audience follows our accounts. They learned that there's alumni, there's current students, there's future students, and so what kind of content do you need to create to reach all those different audiences? Since social media is a part of our field, it makes sense that the students get to do it and learn it firsthand.
Hello, and welcome back to Behind the Stripes, the show where we get to know our fellow Tigers a little better. I'm Blake, and I'm here with Stuart.
Hello.
And, for my first question, what brought you to ECU, and what is your actual area of practice?
So what brought me to ECU was my sister went here for about 2 years before I came here. I transferred from Seminole State College and University, it was like Monsters University when I got here, y'all. We actually had buildings and places to walk to compared to the small mall that was in Seminole. But I was going to be a art education teaching certification, but 2 degree changes later, and I'm here in graduating with my studio art degree. So
Okay. And how has your experience been as a BFA student, a graduating BFA student?
I think it's been really good. All the memes I get on my phone talking about how horrible it is during critique, I have yet to experience one of those. ECU has a great program, and the people I've met here are fantastic. And I have a lot of friends, including you, Blake, I hope, who are part of my repertoire of friends that I have acquired while going here.
Yes, sir. It's honestly fantastic, man. So coming here, were you like always locked into what you wanted to do, or did you have to experiment a little bit and find yourself, basically?
I was experimenting until about like 2 years ago when I transferred here. I didn't even know I was going to be an artist when I was going to Seminole State College, but I took one art appreciation course there, and I thought we were just going to we're going to appreciate art and just look at it. But she had us actually make stuff out of clay and stuff. So I was like, I like this, I guess. Might as well do it. So I came to ECU planning on being a teacher for art because my parents were like, you can be an artist? And I was like, yeah, but I can also be a teacher at the same time. They're like, okay. And then I was like, okay, I'm actually going to be just an artist, but I have a minor in legal studies, so I could be a paralegal to pay for the art stuff. And they were like, okay, which is where I am now. So awesome. It took 2 degree changes, but we got there eventually.
Yeah, you got there, man. That's all that matters, am I right? So are there any artists or anything that you would look up to as a role model in terms of practice or the things that you make?
The only living one that I can think of right now is Veronica Y. Buengotia. She is a Mexican artist who immigrated to America, and I met her in Birmingham about 2 years ago at a young artist meetup, and we talked. I then cried on her the next day when we went to the Montgomery Civil Rights Monument. Oh, yeah, I was there. I cried on her. So we're basically besties at this point. But she makes work talking about immigration and the processes that surround it, such as the paperwork, the anxiety of sitting in a waiting room, hoping that you get admitted. And basically that is something, she was the biggest informant when it came to what I went and made into my exhibition that is currently installed.
Right on, okay. And with that exhibition and process, could you tell us a little bit about what you've tried to put together?
So I have basically made myself my own little advice clinic in the Poe Gallery out of things I made from wood, and also some things I designed on Word. A lot of my stuff is informed by my experience as a paralegal, particularly drafting forms and the execution of legal processes and services. And that's basically, I created a space for me to do the things that I do in the gallery. I have my own little folding table that I do my little advice readings at. I made a shelf to hold the paperwork that I execute. And I also have a giant poster-sized land acknowledgement that I made the hangers for out of cedar. And it's all made of cedar, by the way. That is culturally significant because I am a Skokie, and us natives love our cedar. Keeps the bad spirits away. It's good medicine. It smells good, too.
So with you talking about that process, is there anything else that you'd like to add that goes into creating a gallery installation like that?
Okay, this is from my professor, Kristen Oversick, but they said put all your shit in a dock and dump your brain into that so you never have to not think about it, because if it's jumbling around your brain, you're going to go crazy, which I was going crazy until I put it on a dock, and then I can brain dump there and come back to it, and actively, it's a live document that I just edit over and over again, and basically just store my whole brain on that one document so I don't have to waste gas in my brain thinking about, oh God, what am I going to do? When I can just I have the document, it's there, and when I need to look at it, I can look at my Word doc.
So kind of like a mind map in a way.
Yes,
right?
It is a very, very wordy mind map that's full of quotes, ideas, reminders saying don't stress out the faculty, and other things like that. Important dates, put your dates at the top so you can immediately look at them. Mm-hmm. But it's been a long time.
So knowing what you know about this now, is there anything that you would change or approach differently? Either as part of your exhibition or your work as a whole.
Probably plan better when it comes to budgeting, because if y'all don't know this, making art costs a lot of money. And starting the semester, we have to build a majority of your work with 5 pennies and like a gum wrapper, that is not conducive to building a BFA show. So beg, bartering, and stealing become a great tool set for you to have as an artist. Stealing in the sense you go into the studio, see what has been abandoned, and making what you can from those things. But resourcefulness is an important skill. So that's something I would not change, because I was quite resourceful. But once I got my little band, I was able to buy some cedar and get stuff done. But from the first 8 weeks, it was not right. Budgetary reasons were down. But yeah.
What was the most exciting thing about the work that you make or your practices?
Up until this point, probably seeing it all come to fruition in the gallery, because the whole time that me and Mackenzie, this last 14 weeks, I was like, girl, your stuff looks so good. Your stuff looks so good the whole time. And I fully believe that she was about to destroy me when we both installed. Because I told her from the very beginning, girl, we are installing together. And that is, I don't care what anyone says, we are going to have to install together. And it's a blood pact. But seeing it all go in and be like, wow, I actually made a cohesive idea in a small amount of space that actually can stand on its own. I was like, okay, maybe I can actually do this as a career.
And is that something, are you going to continue doing that in your career?
Yeah. It's going to be, obviously it's going to be not my primary means of money making, because that's just not realistic for me at least, but subsidizing my projects with my paralegal job, and then being able to make the stuff that can both sell and also fulfill me creatively. That's my main goal.
Okay. Yeah, and being 1 week out from graduation, what's next?
I think I'm going to take 1 week where probably not a full week, maybe 3 days, because I'll probably go crazy by the 4th day. But I'm just going to sit and rot and do nothing, do as feasibly nothing as I can, because I'm probably going to, need to eat and stuff. But just relax mentally, and then come back wow, it's there. People look at my diploma, my degree. Hopefully if I get this one, I still haven't got my degree from SSC. The physical one, it's on my transcript. I haven't got the tangible one yet. So hopefully I'll be able to look at my ECU degree in that first 3 days and just kind of bask in my success and just
honestly be
enjoy
fantastic. Yeah, and for our last question, is there anything else that you'd like to add that you wish we would have talked about here?
Not that I can think of. No, we covered it all. Make friends. They're good. Friends are important.
Good word of advice, right? Yeah.
Make friends.
All right. Well, it's time for us to take a quick break, but we'll be right back to take a peek behind the stripes of another tiger.
A lot of people are looking for something different.
Flow Alternative is an event that we have usually once a month, Thursday nights. It's just an alternative to going out to the clubs, kind of giving a safe space for students to come. There's not going to be any alcohol, making sure that it is a good place, healthy environment for students to hang out. We always have someone share their testimony or their story of their spiritual journey, or we'll have someone share just a quick thought from Scripture. So those are a couple things that make it different than the clubs.
Instead of going out and partying, we come hang out here in a friendly, fun environment. So that's just trying to help kids not make a mistake they'll regret for the rest of their lives. I think it's just a very fun atmosphere, very friendly, very inviting. People always have a good time here. There's food, so that always helps. Free food, free drinks, it always helps. But it's just a fun environment for everyone. Just come try it out. It's 3 hours long, but you don't have to be here. If you don't like it in the first 5 minutes, then you can leave. You're not expected to stay here all night. So just come try it out.
You're probably wondering where I'm at right now. Well, I'll tell you. I'm at the Baptist Student Union. Hello, my name's Deacon Singleton, and I'm on leadership team here. And my role is International Students Outreach. What are we about here at the Baptist Student Union? Well, we're a student-led organization here to spread the love and truth of Jesus Christ. Anytime you walk in these doors, you'll feel welcome. And where are these times, you may wonder? Well, on Monday nights at 8 o'clock, we have men's and women's Bible study. And right before that, at 7:30, we have prayer. That's welcome to all people. The next, we have on Wednesday at noon, we have Noon Day, which is free food every week that you're welcome to come eat. And then on Thursdays, we have Encounter Worship, which is fellowship, worship, and you get to hear the Word of God. And how do you join in on these events? Well, you just walk on through these doors, and there you go. Where are we located, you may ask? Well, we're right across from the UC and right across from Horace Mann as well. And you're welcome here anytime. We have people hanging out here all the time, playing card games, doing homework, eating lunch, whatever it may be, playing games. You are always welcome.
The ADMC social media pages are run by a group of students. It started actually as a class, like a working lab class, but then as a group they would do the videos, post the content, and really it was just kind of self-led with the students.
The faculty enjoyed the social media videos that we made, so then it kind of evolved into an internship, and now we're here still making videos.
For the next semester, we offered it as a small group internship, and so they meet together once a week and they do their planning and they create their content, and then they divvy up who's doing what, who's posting. And they're also learning things like what gets good engagement, what doesn't get good engagement, what are the best time to post, what type of audience follows our accounts. You know, they learned that, you know, there's alumni, there's current students, there's future students, and so what kind of content do you need to create to reach all those different audiences? Since social media is a part of our field, it makes sense that the students get to do it and learn it firsthand.
Welcome back to today's final segment of Behind the Stripes. Today I'm here with Leslie, and if you don't have anything, let's jump right in.
Okay.
All right. So we know you're here at ECU, but what's your specific area of practice and what brought you here?
My major is graphic design, and to be completely honest, what brought me here is just it was the closest to my hometown because I commute every day. It's about an hour drive, so it's not too bad.
And up until this point, we know you're about to graduate, but how's your experience been overall?
It's been pretty good. I've met great people. I've had great professors. It's been.
Did you always, from the point that you got here to where you're at now, have you always been locked in on the same area of practice, or have you thought about moving, or have you moved? What's that been like?
I actually started out as an elementary education major, and then after a year, like subbing for like pre-K and stuff, I decided that was not for me, and so I went ahead and switched to graphic design.
And since you've been at graphic design, has there been any, I want to say, role models or anybody that's influenced you the most up until this point?
Definitely Kristen Overstake. She's been pushing me really hard to get stuff done and do everything. She's been a huge influence on everything that I've done, and probably why I'm actually getting to graduate.
And with your BFA exhibition in progress, could you just tell us a little bit about your final project and how that's going?
Yeah, so my BFA show was actually a few weeks back. All of my stuff, my stuff is all pattern-based work. So I had some interactive pieces, a couple of puzzles, some different blocks you can match, and then I had, I want to say, 26 pieces on the wall. I filled the entire gallery. I had some woodblock carvings, relief prints, a lot of digital, and then a few like traditional, like drawn out pieces.
That's awesome. And throughout that process, has it been easier than what you thought it was going to be like, or has there been some upcoming challenges? Oh,
it's been hell. It's been, it's took a long time, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of staying up all night long to get everything done. So yeah.
And knowing that now, if you could have gone back to that step one, would you have approached anything differently?
Maybe decided that not filling up the entire gallery would have been a better idea, which I do like the outcome of it being more filled, but if I would have spent more time on each piece and made them bigger, it would have still filled it with each piece being more, having more to it, if that makes sense.
And kind of talking about your pieces, what would you say has been your most exciting piece or even your favorite piece that you've worked on?
Some of my favorite would be the woodblock relief carvings because they're more rewarding. So you sit there and you'll carve them for hours and hours, but then you can like roll the ink on them, put them in the print bed, and you can print them 100 times over. So you just keep making the same work over and over.
And kind of just wrapping it up. I mean, we're 1 week out from graduation, so what's next for you?
Well, actually, about an hour ago, I got an official job offer to be a graphic designer with Garvin County Assisted Living. And so I'll be out there full time, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And last question, is there anything you wanted to add that we haven't talked about today?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for all. That's going to be all we have for today's episode. Make sure to come back next week, and you guys have a blessed day.